will not crash. Honey, yacht, dash, honey, yacht, dash, honey, yacht, dash, honey, yacht, dash.
Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gardner and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. This is Corey Clement, the third-year back from Wisconsin. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Leighton Vander Esch, third in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop. Wentz going to try and throw on third. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll begin on the ground with Clement. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 22 yards there, a first down. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go! Let's go!
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half.
Right there, here we go. 180! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 7. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On the carry, here's Clement. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now this is caught by Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Prescott now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. 11 yards there. First down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mike 53! Mike 53! So don't say nothing.
Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
You better be afraid of me.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year. Yeah,
Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
All right. eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Clement trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. On play action, Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Play action. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, it's Wentz. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And partner, I'm not sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Here we go.
Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
I'm trying to collect.
Now a play fake. Wentz out to his left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Collins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
30.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, it's Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something.
So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Wentz rolling to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On play action, they'll throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd and 10, Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. So the football will be at the 25-yard. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,